Hello everyone, welcome back to Stylist Studio Dolls. I'm glad you're here. This video is going to be a little different than my typical video, so let's go ahead and jump right in. This is called Are You Excited for Raquel Reyes? The 2026 Girl of the Year is coming soon. Normally I don't really feel the need to talk about upcoming releases or leaked photos, but I have a lot of thoughts about Raquel. And since she's coming out soon, I thought, why not just go ahead and share those? This picture showed up on the American Girl website, I'm guessing sort of accidentally on purpose, and it was mixed in with the photos for this trunk. So I saw it in mid-May. I visit the American Girl website at least every other day, more likely just about every day. It's sort of an obsession. Always checking out what's new and that type of thing. And so I just had to wait a day or two, and there were a few videos on YouTube all about this, so I watched them, noticed some things I hadn't noticed, and that was it. Since then, I've come back to this picture time and time again. It's fun for me to kind of hypothesize about what comes with what and make predictions. So here is Raquel, and she obviously is a lovely doll. I think everyone is pretty much agreed on that. I haven't heard a whole lot of negativity about her. She has the Joss face mold. She has very, very dark hair. If it's not black, it's just next to black. Her eyes are very interesting. They're brown, but they're sort of a lighter brown, maybe with a little bit of gray in them. It's possible we're looking at a new eye color, which would be really exciting. As far as her hair, there's competing views about whether or not she has a part in her hair. Obviously, it's styled here without a part, but as you can see above her right eye, there's sort of a lump at her hairline, which leads me to believe she might have a right side part. We'll just have to wait and see about that. So one of the first things everyone noticed is that she bears a striking resemblance to Maritza. And it's true, she absolutely does. They share the same face mold. They both have dark hair, dark eyes. One thing she doesn't have is the orange tinge to her skin tone that Maritza has. She definitely, in my opinion, has a medium skin tone. But again, we'll have to wait and see for people to do comparisons and that type of thing. Both extremely beautiful dolls. And I can absolutely 100% understand why people would want to associate Raquel with a named character. Maritza is very well loved. I love her. She was actually my first American Girl doll ever. But I think there's a doll that looks even more like Raquel than Maritza. And here she is. This is truly me number 121. And she is Styla in my collection. So this doll is the mascot for my channel. I love her. I think she's one of the most beautiful dolls American Girl has ever made. And I always thought she looked like Maritza, so I definitely get that. All three of these dolls look alike. But for some reason, I feel like Raquel and 121 both have a younger look than Maritza does. There's something about Maritza that makes her look a little bit older. And I think her character was intended to actually be a little bit older. I think she has a few more lower eyelashes, or maybe it's the streaks in her hair. I don't know, but to me she looks a little older. So I think that Raquel looks so much like 121. I think Raquel's skin tone might be a little darker. The eyes are definitely different. Raquel's hair is definitely darker than both of these dolls. But my second reaction after What a Lovely Doll was, yes, she was lovely when I bought her 2 years ago, and her name is Styla. So here is Raquel with the two dolls that I already own. Maritza's on the left. Her hair, when you stretch it out, goes to her knees. Styla's hair, she's the doll on the right. It goes a little below her shoulders, kind of mid-back, and Raquel's appears to be waist length. And just in case you're wondering, I am 100% sure that Raquel will be extremely photogenic. These are all Styla, and I have easily taken more photos of her than any other doll. This is just a few of them. So let's get back to Raquel and let's talk a little bit about her meet outfit. I'm assuming this is it, and I think they did a fantastic job with this. It has little puff sleeves, a gathered skirt. I assume this is all one piece, but it could possibly be two, which would be really cool. Her shoes are adorable. They're sort of a modern Mary Jane. And the bow in her hair and on her shoes, also adorable. Everyone has heard the rumor that she is related to Samantha Parkington, and we'll talk more about that later. But I think this is great. Yes, again, we get more pink, but I do think that they did a really good job on this meet outfit. Vast improvement over Summer McKinney's. At least we know that for sure. It's hard to see in this picture, and as you'll notice, the more I blow these up, the blurrier they get. But she does seem to come with a gold bracelet you can see in this picture on her left wrist. So that's pretty cool. I love when they come with jewelry. On to her second outfit. I love this dress. This is a little purple dress with a gathered ruffle at the top and a gathered ruffle at the bottom of the skirt. And it has a ribbon detail around the waist. And you can see on the bigger picture on the screen, I've blown this up so that you can see that is actual embroidery. It's not printed on there. So that is quite lovely. This actually reminds me of a couple dresses and shirts that I've recently made for my dolls, and I've been wanting to make more. So I obviously love this style. The little shoes that go with it are also adorable. Next up is Raquel's pickleball set. And overall, this is cute. I like the pleated skirt. The top is okay. I'm not really digging the point at the bottom of the front, but I will reserve judgment for when I see it on a doll because it may look a lot better on a doll than it does on the hanger. The shoes are adorable. I absolutely love the little visor that comes with it. And it also comes with the gear she needs for pickleball. It comes with the paddles, the balls, and a bag to put it all in. So I think that's really cute. This shirt says Piney Point, which is another reference to Samantha. Her grandmother had a vacation home in Piney Point. And I think this is further evidence that Raquel is a descendant and not just a super fan, because I don't think a super fan would go so far as to put the location of Samantha's grandmother's summer home on their sports gear. Just my opinion. But I'm thinking in the story, the vacation home is probably still in the family, which is pretty cool. There are two more outfits shown in this picture. The one on the left is obviously a pajama set. I think this is really cute. I love the ruffled straps on the top. I think that's adorable. I love the fuzzy slippers. And once again, we have bows here, reminiscent of Samantha. Very cute. And then there's this little outfit shown on the right of your screen. Now, I've heard people say that this is a little summer outfit, and it might be. But I think it's a swimsuit with sort of an old time inspiration. And I think it's adorable. Even if it is a swimsuit, I'll still use it as a little outfit because it's very cute, but I think it's a swimsuit. It comes with these plastic Birkenstocks, and that makes me think of an Our Generation outfit I have that came with plastic Birkenstocks, but they make plastic Birkenstocks for humans now. So I think AG gets a pass on these plastic shoes. I think it's okay in this instance. Kind of wish they weren't pink, but let's move on. So here are all the accessories that are shown in the picture that I haven't talked about yet. So we've got the bag with Raquel's name on it. We've got a shelf with a whole bunch of Samantha paraphernalia. We've got a recipe, a black and white picture of Samantha, a book about how to make valentines, a locket that is heavily inspired by Samantha's pin. We also have a cell phone, sunglasses, a headband, a water bottle, a straw hat with a pink bow, a straw purse, and at the bottom right of your screen, I think that was socks. All of these items come in a pack that was already leaked, I think, on Reddit. I didn't get a picture of it, but I think that all of this Samantha paraphernalia that's shown here on the shelf is further proof that Raquel is a descendant of Samantha Parkington. I just am not buying the fact that a superfan would care about Samantha's grandmother's cookie recipe or whatever the recipe's for. Also, I don't think that a girl of today, right, because Raquel is Girl of the Year for 2026, I don't think a girl of today who's a Samantha superfan would be walking around with a black and white picture of her. I think they would at least be walking around with the catalog of this doll that they want so badly, if not the doll herself. As far as my thoughts on this set, I'm sort of hot and cold on this. I think the little bag is cute, but I would rather have her straw purse. The Samantha paraphernalia is really cute if you're going to create Raquel's bedroom, but I don't have a dollhouse, so I don't have a whole lot of use for those things. I do like the sunglasses, and cell phones come in a lot of sets, so I could sort of take it or leave it. These are all of the accessories that I haven't talked about yet that are shown in that picture. So we've still got the straw hat, the headband, the straw purse, the socks, and the water bottle. So my prediction is that the water bottle and the socks will come with the Piney Point pickleball set. And even though I probably won't get this set, I'm not a big pickleball fan, I think American Girl did a really good job with this set. I think it's very well thought out, and there's a lot of pieces to this. This is a nice, hefty set. I'm not sure about this one, but if it were me, I would put the hat with the little bathing suit and Birkenstocks. I think the hat would be really cute with the swimsuit. In all honesty, I think I would like the hat best with her meet outfit, but I'm pretty sure it will come in a set. So I'd like to see it with this, since we know the sunglasses aren't coming with the swimsuit. We know that for a fact already because they're in that other set that I already showed you. With the purple dress then, I am pretty sure they will include the little straw bag and the headband. Would be nice to see the hat come with the purse because they match, but I certainly wouldn't put it past AG to put it in two different sets so that you have to buy both sets if you want both pieces. It's possible, of course, that they might flip-flop the hat and the headband or have the hat and the purse together, but this is my prediction. So let's talk a little bit about Raquel and Samantha. Some people are saying that their dresses look alike. Some people are saying they look nothing alike. So I do see the similarities here. Raquel is definitely a modern day version of this. They both have puff sleeves. Samantha's are long, Raquel's are short. They have different necklines, which both reflect the time periods that they live in. They both have details around the waist and a flared skirt of one sort or another. They're both wearing Mary Jane style shoes. Raquel's are just definitely updated and modern, and they both are rocking the bows. So I definitely see the similarities, and I think it really works as far as using Samantha as an inspiration. I think they did a really good job. For those who are debating the fabric, when you zoom in on the fabric, it is definitely a similar pattern. Different color schemes, obviously, and Samantha's is a smaller scale. They do have very similar patterns. So here are my hopes for Raquel. Obviously, we have a pretty good idea of what she's going to look like. I am hoping that her skin tone is a true medium because 121 has a light to medium skin tone. And if I'm going to end up with both dolls, I would like them to be a little more varied. I hope she doesn't have a part in her hair. I hope her eye color is unique, something we haven't seen before. That would be lovely. And I'm secretly hoping that she has really faint freckles that we just can't see in this picture, although I realize that that one is definitely a long shot. What are my thoughts on her collection? Well, let's face it, this is a whole lot of pink. And I can't fault AG for creating what they're pretty sure is going to sell well. But they definitely could have pushed this a little more. I mean, come on, look at this. This is all pink. We've got the one purple dress, but even that is leaning toward pink. They could have made it a more true purple. She's got 5 pairs of shoes in this collection if you count the slippers, and all 5 of them are pink. Like, they could have at least given us one pair that was purple to match the dress, or I don't know, a teal color maybe in her pickleball shoes. This is a whole lot of pink. So, bottom line, final question, will I be buying Raquel Reyes? Short answer, who am I kidding? Of course I will. This doll will be coming to my house at some point. I love the Girl of the Year line. Even though she does look a lot like Styla, the Joss face mold is my favorite, and I'll buy her. Who am I kidding? I won't be rushing out to get her the first day that she's released, but she'll be around for more than a year. I'll probably get her when she's on sale at some point. If they have triple points when she's released, I might be swayed because I'm going to spend the money anyway eventually. So to me, that's the same as a sale. So that would pretty much be the only scenario in which I'd get her right away. I'm not in any rush to be the first to have her or anything like that. Rumor has it she's coming out September 17th, so that's only 5 days away. I would love to hear in the comments whether or not you think this doll will end up in your collection, and if you have any predictions that are different than mine. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll like and subscribe. I'll be back soon with another video. Until then, I hope your dolls are making you smile each and every day. Take care.